that we mark a very important milestone today. 100 years of storytelling of the Filipino story by Filipinos. This festival of Philippine documentaries will give us a look at the spectrum of documentary images, images made of us in a manner and breadth which have never been arranged and collected.
Maraming salamat, Ses. Yes, napaka-timely nitong event. I've always thought that documentaries are the opposite of disinformation or fake news. No? So, it's going to be a celebration of the truth in addition to our genre. No? Alam ko pinaghirapan nila Kara Magsanok et al. Itong script. But I just want to insert a personal note. No? Hindi ko natanong kay Kara kung bakit ako yung isa sa napili niya para tumayo rito ngayon. Pero I think she was looking for documentaries who are closest to being 100. So, no, but that's an insult to Ses. But in truth, I don't know if Ses will allow me to say this. She's a TV pioneer and I've been following her career since the 1980s, since she documented the capture of Gringo Honasan in 1989. So a little bit of TV history for the millennials out there. And I think that's kind of what justifies her to be here with me. Talagang...
I never really thought about that. But hey, hindi lang once, twice. Si Gringo. Twice ko na document ang pag-capture.
Okay, pero ang pagkaalam ko, kaya ka na-discover ng ABS. She used to work for PTV4.
Yeah.
Okay, and I met her in 1986. Imagine, she was already covering. So, kumbaga, modern TV history, Ses Drenon ang pinag-uusapan natin.
Ang relic, ha?
Pero adult na rin ako noon, Ses. So, magka-generation tayo. So, I'm very proud to be here because not only do Ses and I go way back, she and I go way back with this genre, in documentary. She was a pioneer in not just in modern TV history, but yung correspondence, no?
Wala ako sa kalingkingan mo, Howie. Wala.
Okay, so may mutual admiration society tayo rito, not just among between the two of us, but also among the organizers, no? Bigyan nating puga yung mga organizers, yung mga nakiisip nito, no? Of course, si Kara Magsanok Apala, who first contacted me about this crazy idea na.
Shall we ask them
Yeah,
to
okay.
stand as you call
All right.
their names?
Well, si festival directors, Jewel Morana, can you? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. You can. Okay. Baby Ruth Villarama. Yeah. All right.
We used to work together
Okay.
long ago.
Okay.
She's my boss and mentor.
All right. Okay, Kara Magsanok Alipala, yes. Okay, parang police lineup lang. Ano? Okay. And Corinne Jimenez, yes. All right. Congratulations sa inyong lahat. And they'll be very prominent during this Daang Dokyu Festival. And you'll be seeing more. Pero sinabi nyo, no, na hindi lang naman kayo ay nakaisip nito, no? Sila, may mga lalaki din pala.
Ano mo,
Ang
Howie?
tumutulong sa inyo.
Oo nga, I was about to say. Sabihin mo yung sinabi mo kanina sa briefing.
Ay,
Kung
naku.
bakit natuloy ang ganitong Daang Dokyu.
Okay, it may sound a bit gender insensitive or sexist towards males, but I'm glad women are organizing this. Of course, there are men who know a lot about documentaries and are also pioneers, but I dread to see what this would end up kung mga lalaki lang ang mga nag-organize. Okay? So anyway, thank you for doing all of this. Napaka-detalyado namang ng trabaho nila. Just look at this script na pinaghirapan nila. No? So, thank you. And then, we're now going to give Jewel the floor. Jewel Marana. Give it up for Jewel Marana. Thank you. She's gonna brief us on some of the things I neglected to say in this script.
Okay, since I'm not the same public speaker as Harry, I'm gonna read from the script. So thank you very much, Tess and Howie, and good morning, everyone. Thank you to the members of the media who came here today to squeeze our press conference into their busy schedules. We are one with you in these times when we need to stand up for press freedom and freedom of expression. To the members of the film community who have gathered with us to support this endeavor of their colleagues in documentary, to the members of the Daang Dokyu team who have been with us since the very beginning. So, as Howie said, the Dokyu is a collective effort. It's a task that needed to be done, made public, and made bigger than ever had been tried in the country for documentaries. Let me give you some context. So, at the prompt of the film community, through our government cultural and film agencies, President Duterte signed on November 8, 2018, Presidential Proclamation 622, declaring September 12, 2019 until September 11, 2020 as the centennial year of Philippine cinema. Since then, much of the celebration had been around the cinema of the stars, tours in independent cinema, narrative filmmaking, and the history of the movies. After all, what do we commonly know of cinema? But for what for? But that which entertains us from the harsh realities of our lives. So that is not the reason why the four of us, Kara, Monster, Baby Ruth, and myself, decided to initiate Daang Dokyu. Though we are one with our colleagues in mainstream and independent movies in the celebration of 100 years of Philippine cinema, we are with them 100%. We are, however, interested in something more. After all, what is a centenary but the 100th birthday? And what do we do on our birthday? We take stock of the previous years. However, documentary is a form that relies primarily on the capturing, the interpretation, and representation of what is going on in real life and in society. So, in taking stock of Philippine documentaries, our interest is not simply in the movies. Our interest is in what documentary has captured in the passing of the decades under the Philippine Republic, as a people born of the Philippine Islands, or even as a diasporic people with 10% of our population continuing the Filipino story abroad in almost all corners of the world. For us, this is what's exciting. We imagine how looking back on our documentaries may be similar to the experience of discovering a 100-year-old family album. Documentaries have been with us through the Filipino-American War, in the early 1900s, through our struggles and missions for independence, the Japanese occupation, through our struggles in becoming a republic and a nation, the dark days of martial law, the glory days of EDSA, and the repetition of these histories and struggle until today with an EDSA 2 and EDSA 3, and who knows when EDSA 4 is coming. The thing is, while documentary captures all these histories year in and year out in various forms, in cinema, in television, and now for the internet and social media platform, documentaries will continue to tackle society, it will continue to take sides, it will show both sides, but one thing it cannot do, it will not ignore. Documentaries will continue to capture what is happening and document more than what news has the airtime for. So, knowing this, being documentary filmmakers and producers ourselves, what interested us are these realities that our documentaries are keeping, waiting to be rediscovered. The truths and lies told to us as a people. Stories waiting to prove us wrong, or prove that some answers are just lying there on tape, waiting to be lifted and put back into current affairs. We want to understand the roots and connections of our country's problems today to the past. How and why we keep repeating history at the same time that we keep ignoring it. To see how we have changed and how we may not have changed. Or to probably discover how the things we have trouble talking about openly in the past, we still have trouble talking openly about in the present. In short, as we celebrate with everyone the 100 years of Philippine documentary and Philippine cinema, we want to trace not only the movies, we want to trace the Filipino story. And so, the Daang Dokyu is designed just for that. We bring to the public 55 films selected from hundreds of others. These films are a combination of very old and very new, from as early as the turn of the 1900s to as recent as this month, February 2020, fresh from the editing board. We have 5 documentaries that will be premiering as Philippine premieres, fresh from their circulation in the international festival circuit. And 1 world premiere, which we'll be seeing in Daang Dokyu for the first time. Our curators will share about them later. So we value coherence more than competition, unlike many other festivals. So these 55 films are sectioned into 5 themes, which we think comprise some of the most pressing issues in the country today, which we choose to confront in Daang Dokyu. Number 1, the massive environmental degradation which the Philippines is facing now, along with the dangers of the climate crisis. The disasters that have wreaked havoc in the past years in various parts of the country. Politics in the past and politics of today. Mental health issues and identity troubles experienced by the youth, by women, and by the LGBT. Social media and the internet, and how it affects various aspects of our lives, from personal to political. So all these you will see in the Daang Dokyu, offering various experiences that range from devastating, surprising, funny, entertaining, to downright perplexing. Along with our free film program, we are also featuring debates and discussions every day along the same issues. We are researching all that we can research about Philippine documentaries, which have now led us to over 1,000 documentary titles from the past 100 years. Films and materials which most of you and even us have never even heard before. We are excited to know where they are and what secrets and memories they hold. Most importantly, Daang Dokyu is a coming together. As we speak, our team is going around to partner with schools and universities in Metro Manila. In doing Daang Dokyu, we value the education and the voices of the youngest among us, our children, our students, our teachers. We have partnered with ABS-CBN and GMA7, 2 of the country's leading broadcast networks and leading producers of documentaries. We have partnered with the UP Film Institute, the National Commission for Culture and the Arts, Pro Foundation, and many others. And we have sought wisdom from the veterans of documentary filmmaking, the archives of the Cultural Center of the Philippines, the archives of the NCCA and UPFI, the Philippine Film Archives, even personal archives. And we will be gathering the largest gathering of documentary filmmakers in the Philippine Documentary Forum on the last day of the Daang Dokyu. All these we do to bring you these 6 days of looking back and 6 days of thinking forward into the future. Now there's much more to be said, but to sum it up, the Daang Dokyu is about 3 things. It's about memory, it's about community, and it's about confrontation. We want to claim that 100 years of Philippine cinema is not just for the cinema people. It is for the public, it is for the youth, it is the 100 years of the Filipino story told in moving images. Thank you.